There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
What we are witnessing isn't normal. Not just a player blessed with generational talent by the media, but one acknowledged by the players themselves. A player who, whenever the moment demands greatness, answers the call again and again and again. Throughout NBA history, there's always been a passing of the torch. Every time one generational figure begins to fade into legend, another emerges from the shadows to take their place. We've seen this cycle before. When Wilt Chamberlain stood on his final leg, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar arrived. And when Kareem's dynasty neared its sunset, Magic Johnson seized the lead with a smile the world had never seen before. Then fate intervened. Magic's reign was cut short, and from the clouds ascended his airness. Michael Jordan didn't just become the face of basketball, he became basketball itself. Then as Jordan finally walked away from the throne, the king arrived. LeBron James carried the weight of an entire era on his back, dominating the game for over 2 decades. But now, with the king's reign slowly approaching its final chapter, something unprecedented has begun to emerge. Something the basketball world almost refuses to believe is real. A figure so unnatural, so impossible, that people have to rub their eyes just to convince themselves of what they're truly seeing. Not a prospect, not a superstar, an anomaly, an alien. Victor Wembanyama.
Chapitre 1. La défense.
One of the clearest things that separates Wemby from his peers is his defensive ability. And it doesn't just come down to the stat sheet. Nah. Because if you only look at the blocks and the steals, you're missing the bigger picture. Wemby has a gift that allows him to alter shots through pure intimidation. He makes offensive players feel stupid for even thinking about challenging him at the rim. With an abnormal frame standing at 7'4" and possessing an 8-foot wingspan, Wemby's defensive impact extends far beyond the man he's assigned to guard. Now, we've seen plenty of towering big men throughout NBA history who could dominate the paint and rack up blocks. But what makes the alien so special is that his defensive pressure isn't confined to the interior. With his ridiculous length and, more importantly, his mobility, Wemby can be effective virtually anywhere on the court. And because of that, his impact affects players he isn't even guarding. Quite often, you see players abandon wide open driving lanes the moment they spot him lurking nearby, like some horror movie monster slowly emerging from around the corner. The craziest part, someone who's 7'4" should not, and I repeat should not, be able to go from protecting the rim to closing out and contesting a 3-point shot on the same possession. That just shouldn't exist. It's inhumane. The man is a 7'4" center who moves like a 6'7" wing defender. His ability to switch on guards, recover after getting beat, contest step-back threes, stay in front of wings, and rotate from the weak side is what makes him such a terrifying defensive weapon. Because most defenders force you to respect one area of the court. Wemby forces you to respect all of it. And when you combine that mobility with his absurd reach, you get a player capable of disrupting almost every offensive scheme thrown his way. Pick and roll, isolation, drive and kick, off-ball actions, none of it is safe when he's on the floor. But what truly elevates him from a physical anomaly to something we've never seen before is his basketball IQ. Because Wemby isn't just reacting, he's anticipating. It's easy to talk about the blocked shots, and it's easy to talk about the altered attempts. But being a 7'4" big who can simultaneously protect the rim, read passing lanes, rotate as a help defender, and predict where the ball's going before it gets there, that's what truly makes him terrifying. He processes the game 2 steps ahead. He doesn't just make players hesitate to shoot, he makes them hesitate to think. And that's what separates great defenders from generational defenders. Great defenders stop plays, but Victor Wemby stops them before they even happen.
Chapitre 2. Attaque.
Now, as unpolished and unfinished as Wemby still is offensively, I think it's safe to say that even with his raw, untapped ability, he's already a nightmare for defenses on any given night. Let's start with the obvious. Wemby's ability to simply shoot over virtually any defender in the league already separates him from everyone else. Because when his 3 ball's falling, it feels like you're watching a character straight out of Kuroko no Basket. And the craziest part isn't even that defenders can't reach his release point. It's that alongside his 7'4" frame and 8-foot wingspan, Wemby has shown time and time again that if he wants to, he'll pull it from damn near the logo and leave an entire franchise wondering what they're supposed to do next. Now let me say it again, he's 7'4". Just a decade ago, watching a player that size pull from that distance would have been considered a cardinal sin in basketball. Now, when Wemby does it, it's just another possession. But what if I told you it gets even crazier? Cause on top of being able to shoot from anywhere on the court, this alien can also handle the ball like a point guard. And I'm dead serious. Even in the middle of playoff level warfare, his team trusts him to bring the ball up the court, initiate the offense, and create his own shot. Did I mention he's 7'4"? He's not supposed to be doing any of that. Now don't get it twisted. Compared to elite NBA guards, Wemby's handle and jumpers still aren't polished. They're still a work in progress. But because of his ridiculous length, he's able to maximize those guard-like skills in ways nobody else can. As long as the defender believes he's about to pull up, that's when he's got you. One wrong read, and suddenly Wemby's blowing by you. For someone with his stride length, it only takes 2 steps to go from the three-point line to detonating at the rim. Now I know a lot of people criticize his lack of post game, and they're not entirely wrong. Yes, he still needs to become more polished with his back to the basket, and yes, adding a reliable post fade will make him an even more complete offensive player. But we've also seen flashes, especially in the playoffs, when Wemby embraces contact, takes the elbow jumper, or turns his back and attacks smaller defenders instead of settling. He's more than capable of getting a bucket against the vast majority of the league, but the scary part is that he's nowhere near finished. If Wemby can consistently stay aggressive, sharpen his post game, and stop settling for difficult shots, it won't be long before the alien fully invades the NBA.
Chapitre 3. L'intelligence.
There are players who rely on talent, and then there are players who seem to know the ending before the story even begins. That's Victor Wembanyama. See, everyone talks about the height, the wingspan, the impossible shots, and the blocks that look like something out of a dream. But those are just fingerprints. The real weapon is upstairs. You see, Wemby doesn't play the game at his pace. He plays it a few seconds ahead of everyone else. Cause while the offense is still deciding what it wants to do, he's already read the script. He knows which passing lane is about to crack open, and he knows where the ball is going before it even leaves the shooter's fingertips. And even if he doesn't, his ridiculous length does more than enough to make up for his timing, even if he's a little late. And that's why so many of his plays feel inevitable. Take his defense for instance. Most shot blockers hunt the ball, but Wemby hunts the decision. He'll give you what looks like an open lane, and he'll make you think you fooled him, only to erase your shot the moment you commit. And on offense, he doesn't just score. The gravity of him not being only just a simple lob threat, but a threat from the arc opens up so much opportunities for his teammates. Now the frightening part, he's still learning. Every game adds another page to his playbook, and every season sharpens a mind that already sees basketball like a grandmaster sees a chessboard. His size may be what captures your attention, but his mind is what keeps the league awake at night.